You make a thing and then it enters into the world and it gets used in different ways. And I don't think of it as me letting go, but that control isn't really present anyway. You have a period of time where it's actively being produced or physically being manipulated and produced, and periods of time where it's not. Usually that's limited to the studio, but it's always a kind of arbitrary container. As an artist, things are sold or given or leave your hands, and I think to try to control how they're received is both absurd but also misses the whole exciting thing about art, is that, or all objects, is that they're put to different uses in different places. It's not so much controlling a thing through time, it's seeing how a first impulse could develop and flower in different ways. You know, all the works on view aren't meant to be touched just in the same way that if you see a mark from a painter that looks like a fingerprint or a swipe, you wouldn't just assume that you can touch it. But they all have different parameters during which they were produced. So for example, the tables are touched and manipulated while they're being used in a context where the work is being discussed and described by, like, say, a gallery or a reception desk at an institution or something like that. These large copper works are only manipulated during installation and deinstallation. It's about the parameters around the moment when something is being produced or being touched and the moment when they're not. And I think all art objects create that kind of boundary around different moments. The industrial portraits are really a kind of history of the practice that's generated by looking at who contributes to it, the people that I work with, but also the different circumstances that I'm working within, and simply taking notational types of photographs of each of those instances. And I've been doing that in a regularized way for 11 years, 12 years, and I just do it automatically when I'm working. The photogrammes are rather different. They come from using a set of conditions that are native to the technology, setting a set of rules, almost like a game, allowing outcomes from the interplay of those rules, whether it be a particular pattern of folding or curling. They're exposed in a certain sequence of colors. With the color ones, it's cyan, magenta, yellow. The black and white are exposed. They're folded into a form and then they're exposed on each side. There's a certain set of rules that are blind. In other words, where I don't determine the outcome. That's a bit different than the portraits, which I'm just pointing at something and shooting a photo of it. But in a similar way, each are representations of a circumstance. They all are indexes of a particular period of production, but posed in different ways.